everybody, it's Beth. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be about male hamsters and female hamsters. Considering I've now owned both genders for quite a while, I figured I'd make this video because it would be helpful if, I don't know, one of you guys is planning on getting a hamster and you're not sure what gender to get, and I thought this video would be useful to do, so that's what we're doing this week. So the first section of this video is going to be about male hamsters. There are quite a few things about male hamsters that are different to female hamsters, and there are also things that both male and female hamsters have in common, but we're going to go through them one by one, and then at the very end of the video I'll be talking about both of them just so we can have a comparison. So firstly, male hamsters. There are no really pros and cons to male hamsters as well as female hamsters. They all just have their different qualities and that are prone to illnesses and all that, so that's what we're going through today. Male hamsters obviously have really large testicles. A lot of people mistake that for their butt, but it's not, it's their balls. Another thing about male hamsters is that they are very prone to certain illnesses, but not as much as female hamsters. Another thing about hamsters, coming from experience, is that they're a lot more sociable with their owner. Like they like to be held more often, and they're not as aggressive as female hamsters, but that's just from my experience, personally, what I've experienced with having both gender. Now we're going on to female hamsters. The first point about a female hamster is that they go on heat every 4 days, which means every 4 days they are most likely to become pregnant. That is when breeders breed them, and the female hamster is more likely to be pregnant than if you were to breed them any other day. Another point about female hamsters is that they're actually more prone to reproductive issues such as open and closed pyometra, which is the disease of the uterus. I want you guys to be aware that female hamsters don't get their periods. So if you notice any bleeding coming from the private parts of a female hamster, it could be a sign of illness, and you should take them to your local exotic vet. The next point is again something I've noticed when owning both female and male hamsters, and that is that they are less sociable with owners and caretakers. When I had Misty, she did not like being held at all, but obviously I did have to handle her when I was taming her, as well as when I was giving her her health checks, but she did not like that. She made that very clear. She always ended up biting me. She was a very violent hamster, but I don't think all females are like that. Sunny is a lot more chill. She's a lot more like calm than Misty was. Obviously I've had more male hamsters than female, so I can't really make a big comparison just yet, but from personal experiences, female hamsters do tend to be a little more agitated when they're being held. Okay, so now we're going to be going on to the similarities that both genders have. The first similarity is that they can both be very messy and very smelly depending on cage maintenance, how much you clean them out, etc. That is entirely up to you guys, how much you clean your cage, how well you maintain it and all that. The next point is behavior. Again, personally, I've only ever had female hamsters that bite. When Lenny was first introduced to me, he was quite a biter. It did take me about 2 weeks to teach him that biting was not okay to do, but eventually he did warm up to me and he ended up being a very nice hamster. Another thing about both genders is they're both very hard to please. Hamsters are very hard to please, honestly. I haven't been able to find a boredom breaker that either of these guys like yet. I've made about 3 and they haven't even touched them yet. It's really hard to please both genders, although I do find that females are a little more picky when it comes to like what they do. Like they get bored easily from what I've experienced. Another thing is more of a stereotype that female hamsters are more aggressive and male hamsters tend to be more calm. This isn't really true because I've had male hamsters that have been quite fussy and quite they run around a lot, they don't really stay in one place. And I've had some female hamsters who are calm and just let me stroke them and they don't really run around as much. All hamsters are different, like depending on the gender. They all have their own personalities and they all have their ways of doing things. So I feel like when it comes to behavior and personality is unpredictable because each hamster is different. The last point I want to make about both hamsters is that they are both very much prone to illnesses such as cancers, wet tail, all that. Anyways, I hope that video was somewhat educational for some of you, and if it wasn't, then don't worry, I've got other educational videos on its way over the next couple of weeks, so hopefully those will be a bit more helpful to those of you who don't find this video all that helpful. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next week.